Hello and welcome to Video Game Hangover. I'm Randy Dickinson and I'm in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Hello, I'm DJ Ross. I'm in Mountain View, California.
On every episode of Video Game Hangover, we talk about the games that have been keeping us up at night, except for this week, where we're mixing it up a little bit and just trying really hard to get you super hyped for Extra Life 2024.
Yeah, I'm excited. Are you?
I'm extra hyped.
Well, mission accomplished.
Done. Disconnect. Game over.
Yeah.
Extra Life mini preview episode. We're a little off cycle. We weren't going to do an episode for this week, but we thought we wanted to drop a little something into your feed for our subscribers to remind you that this Saturday, November 2nd, is Extra Life Game Day. DJ, what's Extra Life Game Day?
What's Extra Life Game Day? Game Day is when we play video games for 24 hours. That's all day. 24 hours in a day, last time I checked. To raise awareness, raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. That's what it is, right? Is that everything?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
We've been doing this the last 10 years or so. This will be our 11th year. It's always a lot of fun. It's very exhausting, but it's just a good time playing video games all day for a good cause, hanging out with people on Twitch, chatting. It was like chatting with chat. No, that seems redundant. But yeah, should be good. Really looking forward to it. It's been a very busy month, so it'll be nice in a weird way to just block off your calendar, or my calendar anyway, and be like, no, can't do anything else. I gotta play all these video games.
Yeah, I can't possibly do your social thing, your work-related event, your mandatory fun.
Yeah.
I've got to raise money and raise awareness for Extra Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like we said, we're going to be there all day. We love to have people stop by just to cheer us on, see how we're doing, maybe play some multi-games. I don't know what's going on today. Play some multiplayer games with us, and maybe chip in a few dollars towards our fundraising goal. But if you can't, it's always just nice to see people. So that's fun too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Donations are not mandatory. If there was a way to make them mandatory, maybe we'd do it. Who knows? But we've not been able to figure out how to do that. So you're welcome to drop by and cheer us on and chat with us and give us gaming related advice or talk about the weather or anything like that. And if you want to, no pressure, you're welcome to donate.
Yeah.
We will be hanging out all day, most of the day. It's either one or the other, Randy. It's not all day, most of the day.
Yeah.
Nearly all day.
Some of it.
Yes, on Twitch. So our Twitch channel is twitch.tv/VG Hangover. If you ever watched us do our wacky multiplayer game night thing on Monday nights, it's the same exact channel we do that at.
Yeah.
We each have our own individual Twitch channels as well. If someone on our team is occupying the VG Hangover one, we'll probably stream on our own channels too. So we'll make sure there's links to that on our website. If you go to vghangover.com/extralife, it should have all of the relevant information you need, as well as a donation link.
Yeah. So check that out if you're just wondering when to tune in. Besides, the entire day, but maybe you only have a few hours free and you really want to pick and choose. The whole schedule will be on there for your perusal.
Most people don't settle in to watch the full 24-hour stream.
Or maybe some people do. Yeah. But I feel like you're right. Generally, people don't.
We're open to that. We'd welcome that. But but that would be quite an undertaking.
Yeah. Well, definitely tell us if you do, because that's it's very impressive.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, in previous years where we have done the full 24 hours, I don't even know if I was there the full 24 hours. I think around hour 23, I may have been like popping in and out at that point, just mentally. So if you're there the whole day, that's commendable.
Yeah. I think combined we're over 24 hours, but it's the in a row is the sort of technicality. We tend to break that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for sanity's sake.
Our own health.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Self-care. We should talk a little bit about prior fundraising. We've as DJ mentioned, we've done this 10 years. This will be our 11th. Combined, I think collectively, Team Video Game Hangover is somewhere over $16,000, I believe.
16,000
for all of our years combined, which is just a staggering number.
I think. Oh, you know what? I was going to say we are over 15,000, but I think if you're going ahead and just adding in this year's donations, we are above 16,000. So
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. So I don't know where we'll get with this year's fundraising. Every dollar is awesome and super helpful, and it's usually $1 more than we'd ever thought we'd get doing this thing. So we're happy for anything you're willing to kick in. It all goes to these awesome charities. I play for the Hershey Children's Hospital in Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is not too far from me here in Harrisburg. Just an awesome campus with really great people. I've had a lot of interaction with their Extra Life group and their social media manager, Jen. And she's been super friendly and has worked really hard to sort of like wrangle all of the central PA area gamers who participate in this thing and try to, create something that feels a little more cohesive and a little bit more like a community. So that has been a fun discovery for me over the last couple of years as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, you've got a little something special going on this year.
Yeah, on a related note, Jen from Team Extra Life Hershey has reached out and asked if I'd like to participate in being kind of a featured gamer during some point in the day. And I said yes twice. So we actually have 2 hours where the Extra Life Twitch channel will, I guess, sort of be focusing on our Twitch channel and sharing our stream with their community as well. So we have, what do we have? We have a chunk midday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to play Content Morning. Does that sound right? No, it's 4 p.m. Eastern time.
4 p.m. Eastern.
1 p.m. DJ's time, 4 p.m. my time here in Pennsylvania. So we'll play Content Warning. Played this a few times earlier this year. This is the wacky, social media driven kind of exploration, spooky horror game. So we will be doing that for a chunk of time at 4:00 Saturday afternoon. And then later that night at 10 p.m. Eastern time, we're playing some Slay the Spire.
Yeah, game.
That'll be the end of my streaming day. So that'll be my, I'll sort of like sandwich my day with Slay the Spire. Because first thing in the morning, I'm going to wake up and do the daily challenge. And then later that night, I'll just try an Ascension and see if I can get anywhere after having not played for 9 months or something like that. So, should be good. So tune in at all, if at all, tune in at 4 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern time, where we'll be the featured streamer for Team Extra Life Hershey, Pennsylvania. Their Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Extra Life Hershey. And yes, just like the candy bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to drop by and say a bunch of embarrassing stuff about Randy in the chat because they'll be watching.
No, I'm going to give the address to my mother, so be nice, okay?
Well, your mom can join in too. I bet she's got crazy stories to share.
Yeah. I don't know if she's technically savvy enough to participate at that level on Twitch, but
we need to do a donation incentive. So, like every $20, Randy's mom will tell an embarrassing Randy story.
We'll share baby photos from the 70s. Yeah.
Oh man, that's going to be more than $20 for the donation table. I think
that's the grand prize. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
What else do we have on the docket for the day, DJ? What are you planning on playing?
I'm also going to be playing some Slay the Spire. In the morning, I will be playing, Turok Dinosaur Hunter on the N64. Never played it. Going to see what that's all about, or perhaps not about. Following that, I'm going to be playing this thing called, Yeah, You Want Those Games, Right? So here you go. Now let's see you clear them, which is a compilation of what I think are, like, you see an ad for a mobile game, and it just looks like the weirdest puzzle game you've ever seen. Somebody has made an entire game based on those, because, like, as far as I can tell, those games don't actually exist. They just are created to sell other games via those ads. But somebody was apparently sick of that and was like, yeah, I'm going to actually make all those games. So here they are. I'm going to check them out.
So is this the thing where like you're a king in a dungeon and you've got to move keys and drop lava on him?
You got to like pull the levers and you know which one it is. That's actually in this one.
That was just a riff. I wasn't sure if that was those games you were referring to, but
that is just one of those games. So.
Oh, wait, let me see if I can figure out what the other one is. Is one of the other ones you're a soldier on a bridge and there's an army coming at you and you have to walk through.
So I was looking forward to playing that one. That's actually in the sequel to this one, which is you want those games too. Just going to be playing the first one. But yeah, I was like, oh man, I want to play the one where you pull the levers and I want to play the one when you're on the bridge. Yeah. So eventually I'll get to the second one.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, you got it. You know what kind of stuff you're in for.
I am a participant in the internet. I know exactly what games you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. Those games.
Well, fun and weird, but yes.
It is very weird. Kind of unbelievable that this even exists. Later on, I'm going to be playing Hellish Court, which is like I saw somebody else playing this on stream, and it's basically a sort of like 1v1 medieval dueling simulator with I don't know how the best way to put this is, but basically like real body part damage where you can just like cut off people's arms and limbs and all that stuff. It looks goofy. So we'll see how that is. We'll play some Vampire Survivors, the new Castlevania DLC.
Ooh, cool.
And a recent addition is going to be spending a little bit of time with the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, which just turns out is happening this weekend. That's the new Monster Hunter game coming out next year. So, going to see what that's all about. Kind of a nice surprise. I didn't even expect that to happen.
Are we going to get a cease and desist for streaming the beta?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah. I imagine they'll let people stream it. Otherwise, who knows? Maybe this could be the last Extra Life we ever do.
Yeah. Next year we have to do it quietly alone in our rooms.
Yeah, I'll just turn the screen off. I'll describe what's happening if it turns out there's a NDA or something.
Right.
And if there is, you misheard me when I just said I will be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. I said something that sounded very similar, but a completely different game, I assure you.
Hunster Munter. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, that one.
Cool. Sounds like fun. Any spooky games? I usually do something kind of scary at night, right?
Yeah, I will be playing late in the evening. One of the latest Chilla's art games. I played this guy's games, actually these two guys' games the last few years. They have been terrifying. These kind of short format horror games. This one is called Jisatsu, which is Japanese for selfie and some other things, which may become apparent as I get into the game. But yeah, much like the other ones, looks absolutely terrifying. So if you're into that, that's usually fun, ?
Well, nice.
Yeah. In a weird way, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Cool. I'm still kind of assembling my list. I've committed to something that I'm not sure if it will stick. I've moved things around like 6 times today. So I kind of want to start the day with some puzzle game stuff. So Slay the Spire. I'm going to go back to Suika Game, which I've not played in a while. That's the watermelon fusion thing. I definitely want to check in on my Animal Crossing island. It has been, I think, a year since the last time I was there. I'm sure they all miss me terribly, so I'll go back and they can just pour on the guilt. And we'll do a surprise Animal Crossing island tour for anybody who's interested in seeing how I spent 600 hours of my life back in 2020.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah. What else do I have on the list for the day? Definitely want to do some other Nintendo fun stuff. I have been thoroughly obsessed with Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I think I'm in kind of the back quarter of the game, so we'll see where we're at during the course of my playthrough, and maybe I can jump into a fun dungeon during the stream. And then the Splatoon 3 Side Order DLC, I tackled a bit earlier in the year, but didn't get terribly far. This is the single-player Tower Ascension add-on that they did. where each level of the tower is some crazy new Splatoon challenge in a really weird arena. And then it's kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Roguelite mode. So if you fail out, you have to start back at the beginning. So yeah, we'll see how far I can get. That should be fun.
Yeah, watched a little bit of you playing that earlier this year. That was fun.
Yeah. And then later in the day, I will dip back into some PlayStation 5 stuff. Never finished the Astrobot, which came out in September, so definitely want to jump back into that on stream. And then excited to jump into Alan Wake 2 for the first time.
Ooh.
I've had it for a year, and they keep putting out DLC that gets rave reviews, and I've never even played the original game. So really enjoyed Alan Wake. Excited to jump into Alan Wake 2 with the community.
Cool.
Yeah. So maybe that will stick, because that seems like a really good list to me. Maybe I'll just lock it in with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
It'll be the 24 hours will be over before you know it.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, that is a good list of games.
Yeah. In case you missed any of that or you want the full schedule, because there's even more stuff that we didn't even mention. Once again, you can go to vghangover.com/extralife, see the whole schedule there, and find our Extra Life donor page as well.
Yep. Links to our Twitch channels and all kinds of other fun stuff. We would still love, of course, for everybody to join our Discord. We will be back and forth in the chat there, hyping our games and our progress throughout the course of the day, interacting with folks in the community. It is always a very interactive and fun day, so we would love for you to jump in with us anywhere. There's a link to our Discord on VGHangover.com as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a repository of useful information, that website.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Well, are people sufficiently hyped, you think?
I think so.
We've done our job?
Yes, I think so. That's everything on the list.
All right. Well, We'll see everybody on Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday, November 2nd. We're going to start bright and early in the morning. I've got plans to hop on my first game, 8 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be starting the day with the Slay the Spire daily. So if you're interested in a very groggy, sleep-deprived, under-caffeinated Randy attempting to play Slay the Spire with a lot of weird rules, 8 a.m., man, we got a date.
Yeah. I'm doing something similar. Slay the Spire right out of the gate, which I was like, I don't know if that's the best idea. Slay the Spire, I think, requires a little more, mental clarity than the other games on my list, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe it's more fun to watch that way.
Cool. All right. Well, we hope to see everybody on Saturday. We'll be back in your feed, correct me if I'm wrong, DJ, next week with our Extra Life recap episode. Does that sound right?
That's right.
Excellent. Where we can talk about not just the games that we will be playing, but the games that we did play. You see how this works, right? Yeah. Coolio.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up early for Saturday.
We got a long day. Cool. We want to thanks RJ Lake for our intro and outro music. You can check out more of his work at spellmynamewithabang.bandcamp.com. Yeah, we'll see you guys on the other side. Until then, this is Randy Dickinson.
This is DJ Ross.
Thanks for listening to Video Game Hangover. Goodbye.
Good night.
See ya.